Hello everybody. Today we're going to be looking into Megan's latest business fail. Yeah, there's a new one. So remember, she had that Shopify storefront where she would recommend products for us little mere mortals to go and buy, and of course she would get some commission from any sales. But anyway, the Sun is reporting that the Shopify storefront has gone down. Now, is it just going down for a repair, a rebrand, or is she moving on to pastures new, or was it a complete fail? So let's have a look and see what went down with the old. I know it's not that exciting, but you know, the cards do like picking up on Megsys details. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. If everybody could like, share and comment and all of that YouTubery stuff, I'd appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much for being here. And thank you for waiting for me while I hadn't been about for the last few weeks with my family stuff. So we're going to have a look. We're going to have a go into and a delve into what went on with the Shopify stuff. What went on? So as predicted, I just want to say, I know, stop blowing your own trumpet. Well, somebody has to. I did predict that she would wheel out the kids, and we've just seen that in the papers last night. So she was wheeling out the kids because basically the prediction went, Netflix is going to bomb, she's going to wheel out the kids. Netflix bombed, she's wheeling out the kids. So we're going to have a look into that. And if you missed it last night on my live with Nin, you will have seen that under the comments that I put up, one of the comments I put up was some tea about potentially Miss Mulrooney doing something with Netflix. So just putting that out there. I'm not a tea channel, I'm a tarot channel, but I'm just letting you know because nobody's listening. Okay, guys, let me have a look and see if there is what is going on with Megan and this stuff. Let's have a look. Okay, she's starting something new. She believes she's off to something new, and the Fool is in the upright. So the Fool in the tarot, it's the start of the hero's journey. It's the start. It's stepping off that cliff in good faith, thinking things are gonna go whatever way. Just off we go. Trot on in. Have a look. Let's see what we can do. But what you can see is there's a massive cliff face in front. So it's the naivety to start something new and have the faith that you're starting something new. But the Fool is a trip up. What's crossing over her? The Three of Swords. I feel like there's something happening with her whole branding and merching thing that she has not liked. The numbers didn't satisfy her ego. She's wounded. Those sales through that Shopify, whatever website, those sales haven't done as well as she wanted to. And that is wounding for her because you've not hit her where the most important thing, two most important things to her status, because she can see in real time she's not so popular, and so can the brands that have linked and worked with her. She realizes that, and then back onto it, it's her self-image, her ego, it's wounding. There's no money. There's not as much money as she thought there was going to be in it. You know, she was probably expecting a couple of 10 grand a month or something, something like that. Possibly bigger numbers, to be honest with you. But she's not getting it. A lot of money just for listing like a catalogue of things. we have got the Page of Pentacles in reverse above. Let's see what's underneath. Let's see what's going around these events, and the Three of Wands. Okay, whoever she's been working with this project is going to be getting blamed for things not being as successful as she wanted them to be. With the Page of Pentacles in reverse above, we are going to get more deflection and more deflection over the next few days with the kids. Part of the thing about the Shopify stuff was why she's putting the picture of the kids out is it's kind of like some kind of don't look over here, don't look over there, don't look at my other failings. So we're going to start to see her more and more get into like this using the children to hide behind, if you will, any kind of criticism, because at the end of the day, in her mind, you're not criticizing her. Her children are just an extension of her. They're kind of her property in her mind. Recollections may vary if they exist or whatever. But in her mind, the public will see the kids and she would see them as an extension of her. So you can't criticize the kids because you're directly criticizing her. But that's not how the world works and usual people function. I'm just saying. Okay, well, let's have a look at what's led up to this situation. Okay, she really thought all of this all at once was a good idea. So she thought she'd open her wine business with Ass Sniffer, whatever that was. She thought she would merch a load of clothes and knickknacks that, you know, there was what was it, £1,600 for a silk gown that's perfect for feeding the chickens in. I mean, come on. She thought she would do that. She thought she'd launch some like Netflix series mess as well. All the while, like, she doesn't know who she is. Her brand is all over the place. She's a mess, an absolute mess. And it's failed. So she's going to try a different approach. She seems to think that her fans have an infinite amount of money to spend on her. Whether it be the scam jam or the honey that's probably made from plastic somewhere, or a $16,000 dress to feed your chickens in. She seems to think that everyone's going to buy it, and she's just in like, oh, crazy. The Nine of Swords is in reverse. She is expecting, and she is going to be talking about mental health. There's going to be some mental health stuff. Now we've got Harry surrounding this whole situation. Before I get into these other cards as well, we've got Harry surrounding this whole situation. So it could well be Harry saying, my wife's mental health and being an amazing mother, while, you know, her getting so much hate when she's just trying to create beige products with, you know, sprinkles on and stuff, and, you know, that kind of thing. And yeah, I feel sorry for her. It's basically, we're probably going to get that somehow off Harry somewhere, or Harry's going to make an appearance very soon. I think World Child's coming up. I don't know exactly when that date is. Goodness me, I didn't even know it was September until it happened. I was just like, whoa, August went quick. So the Three of Wands underneath this situation and the Three of Pentacles are two very interesting cards, especially when we're talking about business, creativity, and collaboration. This would seem that she was working with businesses remotely, possibly at the other. I mean, America's a huge place. I mean, thousands of miles wide. It's nearly a different continent if you're in Europe, you know. But, and what I mean by nearly a different compliment, I mean, if we traveled the distance of America in Europe would, you know, end up like heading into the Middle East, or, you know, maybe you know, going over the other side of the Urals if we could get through Russia. That's what I mean. It's a huge place. So that collaboration could be within America, but further away, further afield. It could be in Canada. It could be in Australia. It could be in the United Kingdom. It could be anywhere in the English-speaking world. And most of the world is an English-speaking world. Let's face it, most people can speak English. So, well, a lot of people can. It's not beyond the realms of possibility. It's like the most spoken language, I think, after, I don't know, but you know, it's a widely used language. Okay, don't come at me in the comments. See, I'm already anticipating this. Well, Northie, in 1963, I just no, not today. Okay, so we have got the 3 of Pentacles in reverse, which means things weren't working, things were difficult, things were very difficult creatively, things were very difficult. Imagine our shock here. Things were very difficult on a more kind of a personal level, on the creative side of things, on the collaborative side of things, getting those deals through, getting in contact with the clients, getting in contact with her and everything. And maybe she blames them for not pushing her enough, even though she was meant to be the one who was pushing them. You know what I mean? She was probably expecting, I don't know who was on the site. Maybe let's just say, say it was Adidas. Maybe she was expecting a big Adidas now endorsed by Meghan Markle advert or something plastered on billboards or the side of bus stops or on the TV ad or at the side of a football game. You know, she might have been expecting a bit more than just the monetary kickback, is what I'm saying. And the world is cruel. The world is very cruel to Meghan. So this is what's happened. Delusion. Okay, so there's some contracts there she's wanting to get out of, and the Ace of Cups. Okay, so we're going to get a kind of a Shopify rebrand, if you will, and love bombed and things. There's going to be some different, she's going to try doing it maybe a slightly different way, a different format, or maybe even a different website, but she will be coming back with more tact to sell, because she doesn't learn the lesson, because she is blaming everyone else for her own misery here. Always. Shall we check in on Harry? We should check in on Harry while we're here, shouldn't we? Let's see what's happening with, because there's rumors about him in coming to the UK and seeing his dad and all of that kind of stuff, you know. So let's have a look at Harry, because the kids' pictures, well, we've seen the back of their heads again. I mean, the hair colors change, the sizes. I mean, I know they're growing. I mean, children grow, but these ones shrink and grow. You know what I mean? Let's just kind of like, what is going on? Anyway, let us have a look at Harry. How's Harry's doing? What's Harry's energy like? Show me your energy, Harry. Okay, things are not fair. Something's happened. He's either at loggerheads with a Libra, or potentially something's not fair when it comes to his worldview being put out of place, and he feels like he needs to correct the record about something. That's not a surprise. The 7 of Coins, they've cashed out something too quickly. They haven't waited it to grow. So whatever the next project is, it's going to be another disaster. There's something that he's done. He's jumped the gun too quickly with something here, and there was an investment there. he did have this idea, there's an investment there, there's something with finances not, and then as well, of course, the finances not coming in. We have got the Nine of Wands in reverse. The Nine of Cups underneath says that Harry is not invited to something that he feels like he should be invited to, and he's annoyed by it. There's also the element with the Nine of Cups there as the excesses of certain things, playing certain issues with his mind, if you follow what I'm saying. The Nine of Wands is in reverse there, and those boundaries, he's about to accuse other people of going over them, and he is, but all the while he is going over people's boundaries. The Six of Cups is in reverse, and the Two of Swords. There is a big, there's injustice. He thinks that there's some injustice that has been done to him that he wants to clap back about. It could be something to do with a Libra, but it also could be very much something to do with him just thinking it's a bigger issue and coming out and going, this is a massive issue, and nobody really reacting the way he wants them to react, and him still thinking it's unfair. With the Six of Cups leaving the situation, there's a lot of stuff about his childhood. Four of Wands, some foundations are not good. There's the Two of Swords again. There's a Libra energy in here. Okay. Yeah. I'm not surprised we've got the Diana card. I've been saying for ages they're going to come for Diana's memory. I've been saying for ages they are coming for Diana's memory in a way that would anger William. Specifically really anger William, and there are some rumors out there of more Diana theories, Diana documentaries. I've seen rumors. I haven't looked into it too much, but I am going to be looking into it more. And it might be old news, but I you know, because the internet moves very quickly, news moves very quickly, and the gossip moves very quickly, especially with AdSense being so low. Then I would presume with the Queen of Cups in reverse that there's something more with Diana coming out. There's more issues at foundations. I wonder if that is in Griftus. I wonder if that's with Wellchild. I wonder if he's like starting to fall. He's having issues. Remember the Four of Wands in reverse was coming out a lot before all of the Arswell stuff happened with the changing of people, and the Griftus stuff happened with the changing of personnel, and then of course Centaur Blay as well, which I'm probably saying wrong, but all of those things. I'm expecting from these cards, I'm expecting, because Queen of Cups in reverse, this is Harry trying to take his mother's energy and owning his mother's energy more and more, and almost like trying to take over the story of it. And that Ace of Cups in reverse there, I would say for Megan's cards, when we're looking at this and her next venture, I would say that she's going to be a big part of it. There's going to be a lot of gaslighting. There's going to be a lot of gaslighting. I mean, what's new? But I feel like they're going to turn it up a level. The Judgment card in reverse is he does not want, no one wants to be misrepresented. It's one of those things people do, but you can't control what anyone else thinks about you at the end of the day. And learning that and holding on to that and accepting that is a big thing, you know. And he hasn't got there yet because he's still lashing out. And the reason he hasn't got there yet and doesn't accept it is because he enjoys lashing out. He enjoys the attention. He enjoys being in this constant spiral of, oh, poor me, I'm being victimized, these people are after me, because it gives him attention. And it makes him feel like he's the main character, because he's had a chip on his shoulder about his brother since he was born or hatched. So he is very much insecure. And I think that's really very much the gist of what's going on with him. Let's pull a few cards to see how he feels about the kids. Okay. There's a lie there. There is going to be some lies there. There is either a Gemini here, or there's trouble in the marriage. I wouldn't be surprised. I think there's been trouble in the marriage since before the marriage was even televised. You know, I feel like it's just Harry just hasn't realised it. The Six of Cups in reverse. He misremembers parts of his childhood and he applies it to his own invisible children, or whether they really or exist. Recollections do vary about that. And the Lovers in reverse there. Now, one of the reasons Harry would be very reluctant to divorce is this. He measures himself against his father and his brother. He sees one of his father's greatest failings as the end of the marriage to Diana. He sees the king. He sees that as the king's greatest failing, and he blames all of it on the king. If he was to divorce Meghan, he would see himself in the king, and that would be intolerable for him. Absolutely intolerable. So that's the Lovers in reverse. The Moon there, we are going to hear some nonsense and some lies when it comes to stuff with the children. We are going to hear more lies. There's going to be some untruths, and there's more lies. I mean, he really doesn't want people sniffing around that story. Even though people have been sniffing around that story since 2018, he really doesn't like it. Can you remember a few months ago, even the press were like starting saying, oh, look, people are talking about the moon bump online. Oh, what's all this about? They're very sneaky. It's like, you know, that's what they're doing. They're trying to get the kind of that narrative a little bit out there, but not do the whole shebang. So I think they know, and I think he's worried about some things around that. But that Lover's in reverse. Even if he wanted to leave, his ego and his narcissism wouldn't let him, because he would have failed like he fails his father. And then what's he going to do with the worldview he's constructed since his mom and dad divorced? In my opinion, though I am just a humble tarot card reader, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. What else you'd like me to read on? I am going to be doing some more of like the Harry, Diana, what they are planning to do stuff, and have a bit of an investigation around that. Yeah, we're gonna dig a bit more into it. But so there is Meghan's latest business, and there is, of course, Harry's latest drama. So look out for some, what's it called, pity plays, feeling sorry for themselves. Look out for an attempt to rebrand either of a Shopify, or she's going to link up that similar type of merch selling to somewhere else. And look out for Harry making a pig's ear with one of his charitable foundations or any of the businesses he's involved in, which, as far as I remember, is just that chief impact officer better up. I think it's better up. Yeah, and Harry to be a bit judgmental. So look out for all of those things, but probably for the short term, more kids. Anyway, guys, lots of love, and I'll see you all soon. Bye, everyone. Take care. Bye.